A lot of speakers are really, really good at using PowerPoint, but many are not. They fail miserably using a PowerPoint, and we check our watches or our cell phones, or we're texting our friends, hoping for the whole thing to just be over with. My point tonight is to help you not be one of those latter types of speakers, to give you some pointers, and I've titled it The 7 Sins of PowerPoint. However, it's probably best to say 7 of the sins of PowerPoint, because there are a lot more than 7 sins of PowerPoint. The first thing you need to do when preparing a presentation is not to do a slide deck. The first thing that you need to do is come up with an idea or a concept. In Toastmasters, the first thing you do is start with your project, with your manual, and which project you're working on, and then you come up with your idea and your concept for that. After you have an idea, you do a storyboard or a sketch or an outline to pull it together. And then you write out your detailed story. Then and only then do you start building slides. After you have your detailed speech and your slides, then you practice weaving the two together. So standing at home with your clicker, practice with your slide deck and your story to make sure it still makes sense. So sin number 1 of PowerPoint is preparing the PowerPoint instead of the speech. Tonight I'm going to read to you the slides, word for word for word for word, because you can't read and I didn't write a speech. I just put it up there and I'm going to read it to you. That's the fastest way to lose connection with your audience, to have them start staring at your slides instead of paying attention to what it is that you're telling them. So prepare a speech, know your speech, and don't read from your slides. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. Technology is wonderful. We have a laptop, which could fail. We have a clicker, whose batteries could go dead. We have a projector that could catch fire. There is so much that can go wrong, and if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. I have my own clicker. I brought my own clicker. I have 2 sets of batteries just because. I've changed batteries before and had them not work. So I have 2 sets of batteries. I have my own internet. I have my own projector. I have had a projector catch fire. Know where the exits are. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. So always have a backup. I have this PowerPoint on the machine, on this flash drive, and also in the cloud. If something happens, I can get that. And I also handed you a handout, so that if something happens with this, I can still teach what I'm teaching because you have the slides in front of you. So be prepared when you're doing your presentations. Can you read that in the back? Of course not. Don't put your information on the slides. It's the rule of 6s. Okay? 6 lines per slide. 6 words per line. A header and 5 bullet points is all you want to have on your PowerPoint. This is just the concept. This isn't your speech. This is just the general summary or the outline of your speech, or something to trigger your audience. So 6 lines, 6 slides. I mean 6 lines, 6 words per line. You can't read that? You're supposed to raise your hand if you love pickles. We've all seen PowerPoints that lack design sense, that make us think they can't possibly have done this to us. Always start with a design template, something that will allow you to use it consistently throughout your presentation. 2 colors you should avoid: black and white. And when you have contrasting colors, some people can't see yellow or certain colors, so keep your audience in mind when you're building your slides. Do not use Courier Times New Roman. And please, worse yet, don't use anything scripty that people can't see. The preferred font for a PowerPoint: Arial, Tahoma, Verdana. And then For your font size, I want you to think Marilyn Monroe. 44, 28, 38. Your heading should be 44. Nothing smaller than 28, and 38 for your bullet points. So 44, 28, 38 for your size. PowerPoint has the ability to do this kind of stuff. Don't. It adds absolutely nothing to your presentation. It actually detracts from your professionalism. I can't think of any business that you could be in that you would want to do a PowerPoint that does that. If you can, if there's a business purpose, please do, but don't use all those tricks. It just makes you look foolish. Keep in mind that normally the size of your computer screen and the size of the projection screen are vastly different. If you're going to use a mouse and do a training session, you need to move slowly and purposefully through your presentation. If you're going to use a red dot and you're nervous, okay, it will show. If you need to underline something, you need to go slow, methodically to do that. Don't give them a psychedelic light show. In your Competent Communicator Manual, in project number 8, is about using visual aids. And you can use a PowerPoint, you can use a flip chart, you can use props, anything like that. I challenge you to try to use a PowerPoint and to use it successfully to avoid these 7 sins that I've shown you today, and I'm sure you can think of many, many others that you've seen presenters do when you've been in a class that they've been teaching, and it's just, looking at the watch, trying to get it over with. PowerPoint is meant to enhance your presentation, not detract from it. So good luck, and wish you the best.